So, Rick, what's your take on the justification by the president for this travel ban right now? Millions of people all around the world, or at least in 17 countries, are being told, we don't want you here.
Well, Chris, as the professor said, there's probably legal justification for it. But just in terms of the way American governments work and the office of the president normally works, in any other administration, if they had done something like this, they would have explained why each of those nations was on the bill. You can look at your screen, Afghanistan, Myanmar, Chad, et cetera. The Trump administration operates more like a monarch in the sense that they just say the names, they put them on a list, they don't give any explanation for it. I mean, so what happens is a lot of people try to imagine what the explanation is, and they think, well, this country is actually more peaceful than another country that's not on the list. And it would be helpful if the administration would say why they've chosen these countries rather than other countries, what's going wrong in these places. That would be helpful to everybody.
And let me correct myself. I think I said a smaller number, but it's 19 total, 12 in the ban, and then the others with less stringent requirements there. You see the restricted. Rick, we also heard the president talk about China. There was a phone call earlier today. He said he invited President Xi to the U.S., vice versa. After weeks of escalating tensions, a bad relationship that seemed to be getting worse, do you see reason to think, at least in talking, that there is hope for a turnaround here?
Well, Chris, I look at what the president tweeted on Truth Social about how difficult it is to negotiate with the Chinese. I was in the room with Xi Jinping and President Obama, Secretary Kerry, a number of times. He is a tough negotiator because he has a better hand than most of the people. He certainly has a better hand at the moment than the U.S. He wouldn't actually, when there were things that the president or the Secretary of State asked him to do or to respond to, he often didn't respond. He would give platitudes and say, you know, spring is a nice time of the year. I imagine that's exactly what he's doing with President Trump. And of course, China does have an advantage right now. China is the world's largest vehicle maker. They make 2/3 of the world's electric vehicles. They lead the world in the production of aluminum, steel, copper, you name it. He can just wait Trump out, and that's probably what they're doing. You know, the Chinese, you know, when you ask what time it is in China, they look at the calendar, not at their watches. So I think Xi is looking down the road. And the other thing that people don't talk about is these tariffs are an opportunity for China with all of their other nations around the world, in Southeast Asia, in Europe. The U.S. is disrupting its bilateral relationship with all these places, and China is moving in and saying, look, we're not going to do anything like that. We believe in free trade and transparency and not talking to you about your politics. So this is a huge advantage for China.
Let me ask you about one more international situation that was discussed there, and it is the very high-stakes conversations we expect are going on behind closed doors about the ongoing war in Ukraine. Let me play for you the exchange between the two world leaders about Ukraine right now. And Merz, who has a reputation for being very straight-talking, was very straight-talking, and maybe not in every way that Donald Trump would want to hear. Take a listen.
That we are on the side of Ukraine, and we are trying to get them stronger and stronger just to make Putin stop this war. And this is our approach.
We get satellite pictures of the war field, and you don't even like to look at them, right?
It's terrible.
So
it's really
bodies, arms, heads, legs all over the place. You've never seen anything like it. It's so ridiculous.
And this is only by Russian weapons against Ukraine. This had never happened with Ukraine weapons against Russia. Never. Ukraine is only targeting military targets, not civilians, not private, not energy infrastructure. So this is the difference, and that's the reason why we are trying to do more on Russia, how to stop this war.
Well, in this case, I'm talking about the battlefield, you know, the soldiers on soldiers. But you could also say that, too, with the cities. You know, the cities are being hit also. So it's a terrible, terrible thing.
So just to set the stage, we are in a period where European leaders have been trying to get the U.S., trying to get Donald Trump to be more supportive of Ukraine, more in the realm of Joe Biden's approach to this war. where his commitment to that has been elusive. What did you hear in that exchange, Rick?
Well, Chris, first, let me applaud the president for saying he wants to stop the killing and that all the killing on both sides is odious and should be gotten rid of. But the chancellor was very strong there, because what he heard and what we all heard is Trump equating Ukraine and Russia, giving a sense of moral equivalence between Russia and Ukraine. Russia is the aggressor. Russia attacked a peaceful nation on its border, a sovereign, independent nation, and the greatest incursion since World War II. So he is listening, the chancellor is listening to Trump saying that, and he's coming in very strongly, as Trump would say, and saying, look, we unilaterally support Ukraine. Ukraine is the victim here. We're trying to make sure that they come out whole. And the way to do that is to put pressure on the aggressor. He said that unmistakably and clearly, and I welcome that as well.
And Gabe, the president also defended his bill, his mega bill, as a big tax cut, a benefit to small businesses, whereas most analysts would say the biggest benefit by far is to the wealthiest Americans. But he also argued that Elon Musk's criticism was self-serving. He said things like, you know, this is a very glamorous place, a very glamorous office, and then people leave and then they become hostile. Then, in real time on X, Elon Musk was kind of trolling the president. Do we have a better sense today of the ongoing impact, if any, of Elon Musk and whether his attacks could actually endanger the bill's passage?
Well, Chris, it looks like the bromance is officially over. We all heard the president there in the Oval Office really giving his strongest comments, pushing back on Elon Musk so far. And look, he confirmed that he was disappointed that through our reporting, we had heard that that was the case of the last several days, that the president was caught off guard. And the president, at various points during this availability inside the Oval Office, did confirm just that. He said that he thinks that Elon Musk misses the place, referring to him leaving the White House. You'll recall, Chris, it was less than a week ago that Elon Musk was given this send-off in the Oval Office, and President Trump seemed to be, saying he was disappointed, caught off guard again, just several days after that send-off. The president also saying that Elon and I had a good relationship. I don't know if we will anymore. And he says, I'm very disappointed in Elon. And then, Chris, he also brought up this idea that he believes the reason that Elon Musk is now opposing this big, beautiful bill is because of the lack of EV tax credits inside the bill. Now, Musk himself, he has repeatedly said that the reason he opposes this is because of the increase in the deficit. That is not something that President Trump has really seemed to care about much in previous times, but also the administration is arguing that it won't increase the deficit, and then the growth from this bill will ultimately even out and even lead to a surplus. But several headlines there on the president railing against Elon Musk and seeming to preempt any other criticisms that Musk may have going forward. He also touched on several other domestic topics, which he mentioned, saying that he thought that Harvard was starting to behave, and also, Chris, mentioning several things about the auto pen, which you addressed earlier. Chris.
Yeah, I also will do a fact check on Harvard. He said Harvard didn't want to give us the list, that is, of the international students. Those international students have visas, so the administration does know who they are.